Oh man, I have been obsessed with this player called Wall. Not just for his arena play, but just for his crazy strategies. He seems a lot like me, if I'm being completely honest with you. On Arena, he wants all of the resources. He's a little bit greedy, you know? He's like, it's all mine! The whole map is mine! All the gold, all the stone, it's all mine. And then we saw him play on Golden Swamp, and on Golden Swamp, he was a little lamer boy, and he stole all of his opponents' Water Buffalo as well as trying to steal his rhinos, both of them. And he had Berber villagers, so he just ran in there, tried to grab all that food, and I guess you're gonna have to watch to see if that worked out for him. And then on Four Lakes, he tried something else that was very, very greedy. He went for not one pawn, not two pawns, not three pawns, but for all four pawns and tried to produce fishing ships from all four of them at one point in the game. I guess you're going to have to watch that one to see if that worked out for him. But my point is, this player is a little bit, well, dare I say it, greedy. And that reminds me a lot of how I like to play Age of Empires as well. There's nothing wrong with wanting to control the map, with getting map control. That is in essence greed, but it's good for this particular situation. I'm not trying to hate on Wall. I actually really enjoy watching Wall. I'm sorry if my words are confusing, but I'm trying to say that he reminds me a lot of myself and how I like to play Age of Empires, as well as just board games in general. I like to take a more greedy approach. I do like a good board game every once and again. A little bit more on the hardcore side of board games. And I really like the strategy that goes along with board games as well. I guess strategy has always captivated me. And that's why I'm so into Wall, because for every single map, he has his own strategy. And guess what? I have never seen this map before. Look at the chaos here. All of these ibexes are running around. Sorry, I get distracted with my thoughts sometimes. I definitely should focus in a little bit better on this particular game, because what is this map? This is not in the map pool, is it? I don't think it is. It's called Crater when this game got sent to me, and I was like, whoa. First of all, why are you sending me a Crater game? How'd you get this? And second of all, just very interesting map. Getting a lot of. Is there a strategy here? Is it just boom? Is it just boom and go? Relics in the middle. I think Lithuanians would be a much better pick than, for example, Burgundians, or what Walks is going for, which is Turks. Sorry, I don't think my casting is the best as it could be. Definitely interesting. There's a lot of ibexes here, and definitely want to take advantage of that. It does look like Wall is also taking advantage of that. Oh, that's a nice mill right there. Able to take the ibexes, and eventually we'll be able to take the berries as well. A little bit of a scout buff going on over here. Ooh, it did look like Wall lost a lot of HP on that scout. But other than that, not too much going on. Yeah, I feel like my casting is a little bit sloppy right now. I do everything in one go. It's one and done. I actually watched another Wall game earlier in which Wall was Burgundians. Sadly, that game did not make it to YouTube. He was playing Golden Pit, and his opponent just said, "Hey, sorry, gotta go," and then just resigned. So I hope you guys know that I really do enjoy what I do, and sometimes I just take a risk on players. I have no problem watching your game and casting it, seeing if it's good, and if it's not, it just goes straight into the trash bin. No offense. Except if people reach out to me and they say, hey, I really care about this game. It might not be the craziest strategy you've ever seen in your life. No. Wait a second. There was nothing else said in this chat. Do Wall and Thumbus Walks, I'm just gonna call him Red, know each other? Because there was nothing. I mean, I can show you how I play with my brother. We are on the phone with each other, and we are communicating, we are sending signals to each other. And this map, like I mentioned before, is not in this map. Sorry, is not in the map. Like, that's what I'm talking about. I don't feel like my casting is as good today as it is normally. Also, a little bit unfortunate mill for the red player, as it is super far away from his berries. He can't take both. Whereas Wall, he can take all of the ibexes, and then he can easily take those berries left. Nice. Doesn't have to spend that additional wood. Or he has a barracks, and I would definitely say Wall has the advantage here, but the players are pretty evenly matched. The reason that I say that he has a slight advantage is because he doesn't have to invest into any farms yet. He can actually save up that wood, and then once he goes up, and look at this, already getting horse color. And that's what I was going to say that Wall should do, is once he gets up, he can get horse color, and actually, since he's Burgundians, he could even get heavy plow, which would be super wild. But if you got heavy plow before putting down those farms, that could be very, very advantageous in the long run. But it is quite an investment, and I'm going to be honest with you. He is just going to go for double scouts. Realizes that he did not have to invest a whole bunch into food, and that's all his wood gone. I don't know if I agree with that. I think you definitely get the eco upgrades, but looks like an all-out scout attack. Interesting. Yeah, people might know Wall from his wall strategy in Arena, and that might be his preferred strategy, but I actually think Wall is way more interesting than just him walling. I actually really like his non-meta random map play. He has a strategy for every single map that he plays, and some people are like that. They have a different strat that they go for every single map. And I guess on this map it is go full scouts. It seems like Wall is familiar very much so with Burgundians, and looks like on Arena, from what I've seen, he mostly goes Portuguese. I wonder if he has more civs that he likes to play. I'm definitely not a big fan of Burgundians, mostly because I didn't want to spend $10, which is actually really bad, because I should just support the community and help out Microsoft. But I feel like Microsoft already has so much money, and I like the civs I like. I'm kind of old school. I'm a Voobly boy, like. And we have a low engagement over here. Yeah, I really do still, like, I love Age of Empires, but there were some things, I mean, I guess I'm just like getting old or something, that I was like, holy moly, that's kind of crazy. Like now knights have, like, not knights, but there's charge attacks. Like, there's charge attacks, that's a thing now. And there's military units that can build other military units, and there's a tech that turns all of your villagers into military units. I'm not saying any of these changes are bad. It was just kind of a shock for me. I think it's a good switch up. And after Hologram showed me a deathmatch, I actually looked up another deathmatch because, well, Hologram, you influenced me for better or worse. I think deathmatches are kind of interesting. I'm not confident in playing them myself, but I saw some very interesting, what's it called, Sicilian play on deathmatch, and it does look like we're just having a little bit of a scout war. Nothing too crazy. Wall is definitely going to clean this up, but it doesn't look. Oh, sorry, I said wall, but I meant red is going to clean this up, and it looks like wall is more focused on just protecting against this. Those spearmen are definitely out of position, but there is another spearman there. He's gonna get doinked in, and you probably just fight this. You probably just fight this. No, okay, yeah. And a mining camp underneath that tower. That's a nice tower, although don't know how necessary it is because your gold is still super exposed. I guess it goes. Alright, nice little quick wall there. And it does look like that villager is going to go. Oh, I am wrong. I am often wrong. I was going to say it does look like that villager is going to go down. And I was going to say that wall looks like he's going to just keep producing spearmen and hold this attack off, but that's not the case. He is building more scouts. And meanwhile, let's take a look at Red's resources. Red is looking in a much better resource position. I didn't really see any crazy strat from wall. Is this what a standard wall game looks like? If there is such a thing? Or is a standard wall game a arena game? Oh. Anyway, yeah. I know I should probably be talking more about the game, but was enjoying talking about deathmatch a little bit. Ultimately, at the end of the day, I just like doing what I do, and if sometimes I talk about things that are not directly related to the game that you're watching, I'm sorry. I hope you still enjoy the casts nonetheless, and you know what? If you really don't enjoy it, I do this for me, you know? I do this to unwind, I do this to relax, and I'm not going to conform just because I think it's going to make people like me more. I don't think that's the way we should be. And I'm not a perfect person. I'm not going to lie about that either. And talking about lying, oof. Nope! I'm wrong again! I thought for sure that villager was going to go down there. I was going to say, talking about lying, I'm definitely a person who sometimes lies, sadly. I think we all lie. Maybe we lie to ourselves, or maybe we speak an untruth. But whenever I speak an untruth, I like to be kind of a performer. Maybe that's why I like casting. I don't tell lies that are going to hurt people. I tell lies that are going to enhance the story. For example, like, oh, and then she started crying and it was terrible, and maybe I should be an actor. And maybe she never did cry in the story, but it's not important. It adds effect, it adds background, it adds definition. I would never tell a lie to hurt another person. And I don't know, I was looking at this Socrates paper, and he was asking to question everything, kind of a thing, and continually question your own. Look at this. Wall is walling his own little base, and Socrates basically says, like, there is no defined one thing. Like, what? I'm paraphrasing here from the article, but what is just? Well, just is to never speak a lie. Okay, well, what about if you lie to win a war against an oppressor? Is that lie okay? Well, maybe you lean towards yes, or maybe you lean towards no, it's not. But let's say you say, no, it's not okay to lie in that situation. All right. Well, in that case, are you allowed? Look at this. This is gonna be a castle. Coming forward, small map. I don't know. I say put it on wall's face. Why not? Why not just put it like right here? Ranges the main goal. I mean, yeah, you have to protect from these archers, but you have plenty of light cav, and I guess he just wants to have the relics. So Socrates keeps pushing these ideas further and further and further and further. What if, for example, you lie to inspire your troops so that they perform better? Technically, you are lying to your own men. If you're saying, oh, you can only lie to your enemy, well, then that no longer applies, as Red collects his first relic and soon to be second. Actually, working on this with 2 monks, and he is going to put them in his base nice and safe. And Wall has now reached castle, and this is a close game. My point is that there is no real point to my point. It's just what you believe, and by asking questions you can get a better understanding of why you believe the things you do. If you think you have a perfect grasp on justice and injustice, having a question session might be a good idea in the Socratic method. And both the question asker and the person answering the questions can learn a lot. I don't know, that was an interesting article. As we have some spears. Oh, definitely think you should target down the spears, maybe, I don't know, but you definitely can't fight this because he has knights behind. Let's take a look at the upgrades. +1 attack, definitely a good choice to get attack rather than defense. Does have defense on the spearmen. That is confusing to me. And meanwhile, a lot of armor upgrades on these light cav. Now remember, these are Turkish light cav, so you get the extra pierce armor, so it's +2, +3. The first one is melee, second one is pierce armor, so these are pretty beefy, especially against like TCs and stuff like that, where the attack is only 5 + 1. If you have 2 + 3, that's 5, so you do some quick math, you're not doing a whole lot of damage. And look at this, here are our charge units that I was talking about before. Like, this was crazy to me when I first saw this, and that monk is not the last relic. I also really don't know what the Janissaries are beasts, and charge attacks are great and all, and here are 2 units that have full charge attacks. But that being said, maybe this is why Walt likes these guys so much. Oh no, does that use up the charge attack? See, I don't even know. I think the charge attack is only used up against other units. Interesting. Does have some cav over here trying to get some conversions. Conversions definitely a great way to stop knights, and it looks like Red is booming on free TCs. Man, I missed a lot of this game just talking about the Socratic method. I am sorry. I'm not really with it, and it seems like Walt is also not really with it. And once again, I think Walt does call games a little bit early. Once he's under a little bit of pressure, he's not a fighter. And maybe that's why he likes the walling strategy so much, and here definitely walled very well. And also, I think, to overanalyze the situation, I don't think his castle was very well placed by him. Yeah, this protects your flanking, but it doesn't even really protect this gold because it's too far away from this gold. I would much rather see this castle go up right here on your main gold to protect that. I know building on the essay is a little bit risky, but a little early to call in my opinion. But then again, there's nothing wrong with playing the game the way you want to play it. And maybe he wanted to get back to a arena game real quick. And thank you for watching.